Hello and welcome to the Wait What podcast. In a galaxy far, far away, there were two gentlemen with glorious beards. There should be three, but one has got two screens and only one mouse that doesn't work. So there is only two visages you will see today because one of them is useless.
And it wasn't me.
And it wasn't me, clearly. Well, Mitch. Well. On Star Wars Day. I know I missed a bit. I realised I carried on going. I saw it and I was like, I ain't stopping. I'm rolling. I'm not stopping.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you couldn't do it again.
No. One take.
All I have to say is that for considering the previous intros we've had when we've done Star Wars episodes, this is a disappointing one.
In all fairness, we were kind of. It wasn't even supposed to be me doing it for starters.
No, in fairness, no, it wasn't.
Literally, just before we were supposed to start recording, we get my mouse isn't working.
Indeed, but we plow on regardless with just myself and you doing Star Wars because last year we reviewed episode 2, which was bad. Before that we reviewed episode 1, which we
enjoy. The Star Wars community as a whole do not.
And now we're going to talk about episode 3, which is the last in the prequel trilogy.
Personally,
it's all downhill from here. So that's all I have to say.
Personally, episode 3, my second favorite Star Wars film of all time.
Ooh, well, yes. We'll get into why, I guess. But
yes.
If you're watching us on YouTube, please, you can see at the banner below, which now says nothing. Oh, right, now it's going around again. There we go. So do all the stuff that it says on the socials. If you're listening to the audio version, please go on to Twitter at WaitWhatPodTrio. And we also have a YouTube channel, which I just mentioned. Wait, What Podcast?
It's right there if you're watching. It's literally right there. Right there.
Indeed. Here we go. We're going to review Star Wars Episode 3 because it is International Star Wars Day. May the
4th be with you all, yes. Yes.
Indeed. And if with any luck, this is actually dropped on International Star Wars Day. With any luck.
I have made a vow to myself personally and to the Jedi Council that I will release this on May the 4th.
In fairness, you should maybe do it on the 5th because everyone always says that the 5th of May is the Revenge of the 5th. So
True. And in all fairness,
this is Revenge of the Sith, the 3rd episode.
Maybe. In fairness, I probably would have seen myself more as a Sith than a Jedi. A damn goody two shoes.
Yeah. Now do it the 4th. More people will be looking for Star Wars things on May the 4th.
Yeah, it's true. We hope.
Okay, we hope. So where we left off on 2, Anakin and Padme are now married because of Anakin's feelings, basically, and Padme's feelings getting in the way of Jedi duty.
Damn feelings getting in the way of action film. God damn sitcom.
They are hiding this marriage away from Master Yoda, Master Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Master Mace Windu. The Chancellor Palpatine at the moment is at the moment, and episode 2 at the end, he's shady. He's starting to show a bit of shadiness. There is some after episode 1 where obviously we as the audience know, but the characters don't at the moment. But he's starting to act shady in episode 2. By the way, just in case Mitchell wants to jump in, are you keeping an eye on the backstage?
Yeah. Well, it says here, if I can on properly, I'll jump in. When he learns English, he can join. Okay, when he learns English, he can join.
Okay. So anyway, we're going to start. It begins with the classic Star Wars way. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Big text scroll. I love this text scroll because the first word just says "war!" ! It's just like war.
What is it good for? Absolutely nothing.
We find out that Chancellor Palpatine has been kidnapped (quotation marks) by General Grievous. At the behest of Count Dooku, and Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker are leading a mission to save Chancellor Palpatine from Count Dooku. What I love about Episode 3 is that, like, unlike Episode 2, we get straight into the action straight away. Episode 3 does not fuck around. We are straight in. There's a massive, flying battle kind of thing, explosions everywhere, ships just firing laser beams at each other. R2 is with Anakin in the final thing, so it's nice to for a little callback from it to Episode 1. And yeah, like what we see through the dynamic of Anakin and Obi-Wan talking back and forth as on the ship kind of thing is that Anakin is definitely stronger than Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's like having to save Obi-Wan Kenobi a lot throughout this beginning kind of mission. And it starts on the ship kind of thing. He's not listening to Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's like acting foolhardy kind of thing, saving people and shit. So yeah, if I refer to the thing here, because all it says here is that they need a mission to rescue Chancellor Palpatine from General Grievous, and after they infiltrate Grievous's flagship, it's quite funny. They literally crash in kind of thing, just in the nick of time. Obi-Wan and Anakin go to climb up. I think it's to climb up the elevator shaft.
Yeah.
No, they take the elevator, I think. At first. Yeah, they take the elevator at first.
They kill the Jobber droids.
Yeah, the Jobber droids.
Yes.
These droids are so useless. So useless. Actually, yeah, to the point. They fucking shoot. They don't shoot their guns, for one. And then when they get into the elevator with them and they have the Jedis right there, they decide to go hold it instead to say something rather than just immediately kill these Jedi that are right there.
Yeah, because R2 operates it and then it gets stuck, I think.
Yeah,
and then that's when you see the newer droids, the bigger ones.
Yeah, and at first you kind of think, "Whoa, these look badass," and then R2D2 goes on to take them
set them on fire. Basically, he burns them alive.
He does. It was brutal. The rolling destroyers are still in there, though. The same ones from Episode 1.
They're cool.
Anakin, they're the only ones that put up any kind of fight, and they have to kind of like shut the elevator doors to kind of go through.
Just maybe they go, Anakin, destroyers.
Yeah. When the elevator stops, Anakin decides to split and leave, kind of thing, which is again more showing him kind of like not listening to Obi-Wan Kenobi, not sticking together and stuff. But eventually they get to the room where they find Chancellor Palpatine. They set about freeing him, but obviously Count Dooku is there. Great CG effects, by the way, from like the faraway shot of like Count Dooku jumping down to like the lower level.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that kind of CG that's used in the movie. And yeah, they proceed to have a lightsaber battle between the three of them. Count Dooku is like holding his own.
He whoops their ass. To be fair, he whoops Obi-Wan.
Not as bad as in 2, because in 2 he was obviously like a lot more powerful. But then it comes down to Count Dooku taking out Obi-Wan Kenobi, and it's just Count Dooku and Anakin. And Anakin is showing that he's obviously far stronger, more superior. He chops Count Dooku's hands, has him down on his knees, and he has both lightsabers at his neck. Chancellor Palpatine's going the good, and you just like
kill him,
the Emperor.
Kill him now.
Yeah, and then Anakin's obviously saying, "No, I shouldn't kill him. It's not the Jedi way." And the guy just goes, "Do it,
do it." That's the meme. One of my favorite memes. Do it.
Yeah. He does. He kills Count Dooku, and obviously Obi-Wan's knocked out at this point, so he doesn't see any of this. The Chancellor is saying to leave, like they're both of them, and leave Obi-Wan behind, but Anakin at least saying no. Like, I'm going to carry him, so he carries him. The ship is going down because they're obviously in the middle of the war kind of at the time. So there's a pretty cool moment where the ship kind of is literally kind of turns at an angle. So they go through. They're running up the elevator shaft at one point, but then as it restabilizes, then obviously the elevator shaft turns back into an elevator. And that's the moment where, as they're hanging, Obi-Wan wakes up. And finds out, obviously, that they killed Dooku and they're escaping. Yeah. The elevator's dropping down, and then they swing in the nick of time. And yeah, like on their escape, that's pretty much it. I think they run into Grievous. Oh,
they run into Grievous.
Sorry, they get caught at one point, and R2 as well, and they get brought to Grievous. They have a little fight with the swingy
General Kenobi.
Yes.
But they're called buzz droids. Them ones are called buzz
droids.
droids. Yeah. With the big like fucking sticks, like
Yeah. Puts up a little bit of a fight against the Jedis. Obviously, like at first the Grievous takes their lightsabers away to add to his collection, but they use their force powers to get them back. Obi-Wan does it to free himself and Anakin. And yeah, Grievous escapes. The ship's still going down, but they manage to get a ship to escape as well. And they go back to Coruscant with Chancellor Palpatine all safe.
Don't forget that Grievous runs like he shits himself.
Yes.
No way you're running like that. It's so weird.
Yeah, well, obviously, like there's the point where he docks his ship and he's running literally out of his ship all the way like up to the border, running the whole way to immediately go into a hologram thing and bow and go, "You're my master." Where it's like the Emperor again. This is Chancellor Palpatine. So yeah, craziness.
Because I don't know how they couldn't, even those holograms, you can see some of his face. How you don't know it's him is ridiculous.
So, on their return, Anakin goes with Palpatine back into to Coruscant, and we see Jar Jar. It's Jar Jar sighing. He doesn't say anything, but he's there. And Padme is hiding in the shadows, and Anakin runs over to her to like be with her, but like they're hiding, but it's not like anyone could still come in and see them. Just where's Anakin? Yeah, where's Anakin gone? Oh,
I have noticed. I have noticed, and you'll see it more as we get through the film. But there's a lot of scenes where Anakin is obviously at the start. A lot of him is in the light. As the film goes on, a lot more of his shots the environment he's in is physically getting darker.
Yeah, he's like more shadow across the face and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, it's like there's. I know it's jumping ahead. It's not jumping ahead too far, but it is a bit. It's like we'll talk about it more when we get there. But that scene where Anakin is Kenobi is sent to go after Grievous, and Kenobi standing in the light, and Anakin standing in the dark. You can see that's when they say that's like the pivotal point of when he starts to turn.
Yeah, because obviously this whole movie,
you can see him going
is showing the heel turn.
It's from light to dark. It's literally from light to dark, and you can see him going to Padme. Padme's hiding in the shadows. Is it a coincidence?
So obviously, Padme like wants to keep it all secret still, and because obviously she doesn't want Anakin to be thrown out of the Jedi Council and everything. But Anakin's saying, "I don't care. Like I'm tired of like hiding around," and then Padme informs him that she is pregnant, and at first you see on his face goes fuck. Oh shit. But then he obviously says that he's happy and that it's all great and everything, and then it leads to like the hangover from episode 2 where you get the terrible dialogue where she's brushing her hair on the balcony. And Anakin tells her that she's so beautiful, and she goes, "Because I'm so in love." And he goes, No, it's because I am so in love with you. And she's like, "So love has blinded you?" Like, oh god, it's so bad. It's the worst part of the movie, and it's all from the dialogue that you get straight from episode 2.
Cut the fucking space Shakespeare. I don't care. I watched this film because I want to see you turn evil and start killing people. Okay, that's the only reason I'm here.
I don't mind them like showing a relationship more between them, but it makes
no sense. It makes
the dialogue is so bad and it's acted so bad. And the thing is, like the whole crux of like why Anakin turns bad is because
he loves her so much,
and you don't see it when they act together like that. And Natalie Portman is obviously a fantastic actress and stuff. Like later on, she can do some great roles and stuff, but I just don't think she was comfortable playing this.
I don't think she had. Do you think she had the chops for it?
I think she had the chops, but it's just like I feel like she didn't give her all because it was just like.
I also think that with Hayden Christensen was very young. I don't think he had done much. He hadn't done much really. I think.
I feel bad for Hayden Christensen. I liked Jumper. That's a good movie.
I felt like the respect he got from the Obi-Wan series when he came back was
I hope
well deserved.
I hope,
Well deserved. Well, you saw
it's-
when he got the ovation, he started crying and shit like that. Like,
yeah,
it was
and
well deserved.
And if he comes back, because he's still young, obviously anyone could come back at any time as an actor. Brendan Fraser fucking done it, like anyone
What a
can come
guy!
back at
What
any
a
point.
guy that is as well. Brendan Fraser. What a guy.
Yeah, because I think this is a great movie, well acted by Hayden Christensen. Like away from the Padme stuff, everything else that he's doing is brilliant in this movie.
Once he starts to turn,
yeah,
so good, so
exactly.
good.
So anyway, Palpatine. Well, it says Palpatine here, but yeah, Chancellor Palpatine appoints Anakin to the Jedi Council as his own personal representative, and this is making the Jedi Council, who already don't trust Palpatine, wary of Anakin now, because obviously, if he likes Anakin, then that's an issue.
None more so than Mace Windu.
Yeah. So, Mace Windu's the guy that's on the button straight away.
Mace Windu, he's just like, no, you're all right, mate. You sit down, you shut the fuck up. You're not a master. You sit down and shut up.
Yeah, exactly. It leads to a great scene where in the Jedi Council where they say, yes, you can be part of the Jedi Council, but you're not a Jedi Master. And Anakin he's
pissed, visibly pissed. He's visibly.
And you can see on Mace Windu's face, he's like, "What the fuck is this?" It's just like this fear and anger.
You can even see on
kind of
like
thing.
you can see Yoda's face as well, because even he's looking at him like,
So they instruct Anakin to spy on Palpatine because they don't trust Palpatine, because of this, Anakin, like, who likes Palpatine, because of like things he said, he starts to like not like the Jedi, and also with the rules about him not having a relationship and stuff like that being thrown out of the Jedi Council, he's already like not liking the Jedi. They decide to kind of like what their strategy is going to be now to kind of stop General Grievous. Grievous has gone to another planet, and the Obi-Wan is going to travel to that planet to confront General Grievous. Yoda is going to go.
I can't remember what planet it was called, but I do remember seeing it.
Utapau, I think it's got written here. That's what it says. Yoda is, because there's going to be a droid attack on Kashyyyk, which on the Wookiees. Yoda is going to travel to Kashyyyk to defend it. So that takes him out of.
Go to the Wookiees. Great relationship I have.
It is great. It's great, and also we see Chewbacca later in the movie, which is fantastic. It's great. I mean, they never kind of like interacted in the later movies, so it's nice to see it at this point.
Yeah.
And so that leaves Mace Windu kind of like the main Jedi Master guy back in like Coruscant.
He seems to be like, even when Yoda's there, he seems to be like the one in charge.
Yeah, I feel like there's no one person in charge. Everyone kind of just has an equal.
It seems like Windu seems to have the voice. He seems to be the voice.
Jackson,
of it. Of course,
yeah. So anyway, because Anakin now is working closely with Palpatine, this gives them a lot of time together. Palpatine is starting to corrupt him by talking about his master and what he was taught.
Darth Sidious. Was it Darth Sidious?
That's what his name is, yeah.
Darth Sidious. Yeah. Oh, what was it? Darth Plagueis?
Something like that, yeah.
I'm going to have to Google it because it's going to bug me otherwise.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, what it leads to is a fantastic scene where they're like watching like a musical performance in the dark, and there's all lights and stuff like that, and they're only lit by those lights where he is talking about the powers that the one Lord had. It was so powerful that he could stop people from dying, and this is what kind of tempts Anakin, because at this point, after like we saw the terrible scene between Padme and Anakin, Anakin has a bad dream where he sees Padme crying and calling for help, and a baby is crying in his dream as well. So this tells him that Padme is probably going to die during childbirth, which freaks him out because the last time he had a dream like that, it was about his mum, who also went on to die in his arms.
Yeah.
So now he's starting to fear that Padme is going to die soon, and with Palpatine now talking about stopping people from dying, he's now like very interested.
It is Darth Plagueis. Or Plagueis, is it? There's a great there's a great line like right at the end when he's talking to him about what Darth Plagueis was doing and how his thing was immortality. He wanted to live forever.
Yeah.
And it's when he tells Anakin about it, Anakin's like, "Can you stop it?" And he was like, "Can the Jedi teach you it?" He says something. I can't remember what Anakin says, but it's when Palpatine just looks at him and as the light goes out, it like dims and half his face is dark, and he just goes, I think it's along the lines of, "The Jedi can't teach you," or "Not by the Jedi." I think it's "Not by the Jedi."
No, yeah, but
And
yeah,
it just
exactly.
cuts.
When I
And I was
say
just,
not from a Jedi.
not from a Jedi, and that's when that's your first inkling for that. Anakin must be thinking.
Well, eventually Anakin works out that Palpatine is the Sith Lord that's behind the whole Clone Wars and everything that's going on at the moment, and he like draws his lightsaber and says, "I should like kill you or arrest you," or whatever kind of thing. Instead, what he actually does is he does do his duty and reports it to Mace Windu. Mace Windu says, "Cool, I'm going to go sort that. You stay here." And Anakin's like, "No, I'm not going to stay here." He's like, "No, you've done enough. You stay here. I'm going to go sort the Palpatine problem." So it leads to Palpatine and two other Jedis confronting Chancellor Palpatine in his office. I love like these whole.
I love this bit. I love this bit. I love
Family Guy. Family Guy bring it all the time about how the Emperor has an office, which is strange. I do love that he's just sitting in his office, and then these three Jedi turn up, and like Chancellor Palpatine says, like, you think you can stop me, and that kind of thing. He draws his.
That's when the voice comes. It's when the voice comes, isn't it? That's when you hear it. You're like, oh, here we go.
He draws the red lightsaber and pretty much takes out the two Jedi around.
They get murdered so quick.
Yeah, I thought Jedi was supposed to be tough. Like these two were fast.
This old man just goes foot done.
Yeah,
and then Mace Windu kicks the shit out of him.
Yeah, Mace Windu holds his own, and obviously they blow out the window and stuff. And he says that you're under arrest, and like you don't. And that's the point. He's like, no. Anakin turns up at this point.
He's shooting the lightning. He shoots the lightning at Mace Windu, and he's got the lightsaber.
That's what happens when Anakin. Anakin
wrinkly...
turns up. Exactly. Anakin turns up and he's shooting the lights, and Mace Windu's using the lightsaber to stop the lightning from hurting him. But it's all going on to Palpatine. I'm
too weak.
Anakin's trying to plead with Mace Windu not to kill him because he obviously wants to learn from him this technique and stuff like that. But Mace Windu's saying no, he's too dangerous. He's going to
uses the Jedi away as well. Then he's like, he must stand trial because that's what he said about. Because that's what he said about Dooku. Because he said about Dooku, he said he must stand trial. And he was like, no, kill him. And that's obviously he must be thinking to himself, he's going to kill him, and Padme's going to die. I'm not going to be able to stop it.
Yeah.
And then what happens again?
Yep, that leads to Anakin chopping off Mace Windu's hands, and the disfigured Palpatine now, power! Unlimited power!
I love that. I love it so much. It's literally just like, it's like 30 seconds from, Anakin, I'm too weak. And you just hear literally out of nowhere, it's just power.
Oh yeah,
I love it. It's the delivery. It's the delivery that always gets me because it's supposed to be such a serious, pivotal, dramatic part, and for me, it's pure comedy just to hear unlimited power, and then Mace Windu gets sent fucking flying, mate.
Yeah, we never see him again.
Apparently in like the comics or the cartoons or whatever the lure is, apparently he survives.
I believe that because if Darth Maul can survive from being in two halves, then obviously
apparently Darth Maul got kept, didn't he? Got kept alive with his pure hatred for everyone.
Yes, I bollocks. Yes, bollocks.
Listen, we're talking about space. We're talking about space wars and light swords and and electric fingers and not dying, but even that is too far fetched. Okay, where do we draw the line?
Yeah, exactly. So Anakin's immediate
ball sack Chancellor now, don't we? We got ball sack Chancellor now.
Yes. Well, the Chancellor is pretty much just committed. Like,
Sidious now. It's pretty much just Darth Sidious now. Yeah.
Anakin has completed his heel turn by taking
What
out
have
Mace
I?
Windu.
It's that bit though, isn't it?
At
It's like,
first,
what have I done?
what have I done? And then
Yeah.
the Emperor says to him that he done what was necessary to save Padme and stuff.
Yeah.
And Anakin then pledges his allegiance to.
Oh yeah. It
him.
happens like that, doesn't it? Like just instantly.
Pretty
he's
much,
just like,
he pledges himself to the Sith and
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader, and we get the first thing of the.
I like how they
nice.
play it slowly as well. Like I know a lot of people rave about it, but the score in this film is just perfect. It's perfect.
Yeah, we have skipped ahead a little bit because interchange between all this stuff, we do get action scene between Obi-Wan and General Grievous. Where they have first like Obi-Wan drops in on him and does the hello there.
Well, first he meets I think it's the clone troopers, because obviously they decide to pretty much go to war, and when Yoda's with the Wookiees, you get to see the Wookiees go for the Jobber droids in the water, and that's when they have that fight in the water. You see the basically droids say to the clones basically say to Kenobi, don't kill them all. Pretty much, we'll say we'll kill some when we get there. That's when Kenobi gets on that really weird lizard thing. And that's when you get the hello there.
Yeah, he turns up and says hello.
I think that is the most memeable thing ever. It's just one of those hello there.
Yeah, Grievous has a lightsaber battle with Obi-Wan Kenobi using 4 lightsabers.
I lost my mind as a kid when he dropped, because he's like coughing and he's limping. Well, it's not even that. I knew it was a droid, but it's more that he's coughing, he's limping, like he's like disheveled old man. As soon as he drops that cloak, mate, and all of a sudden his arms split in half, you're like, whoa, hang on a minute, and it just goes, like, whoa.
Yeah. So Obi-Wan chops off 2, and the Grievous decides to run away. They have a little kind of chase bit where Obi-Wan makes him crash, and then they have their final little battle bit where he gets him with the blaster, and Obi-Wan says the classic line, "So uncivilized," because obviously, when back in episode 4, when he introduced the lightsaber to Luke Skywalker, he said this is a more civilized weapon. So yes, nice little callback.
So uncivilized.
So here's a nice.
So it's not even it's a callback, yet it's a precursor. In the same thing, it's literally a callback precursor. So it uncivilized.
Indeed. Grievous is dead. Everything seems great. But at this point, this is where we have the Emperor orders Order 66.
Execute Order 66.
Yes, which is the order to basically make all the clone troopers turn against all the Jedis. They start killing. Well, first thing we see is them try to kill Obi-Wan Kenobi. He gets blasted off the side of a cliff into the water, and they assume they got him.
They make the mistake of not getting the body. That's what they did. That classic mistake of, we can't see him. He's dead. It's not like it's Obi-Wan Kenobi or anything, but no, he's dead.
But after that moment, we get a really sad moment where we see literally all the clones turn against all the Jedi generals, Hookhead that we've seen from episode 1. He gets taken out when both sides start shooting at him and stuff. There's a Star Wars woman character that I'm sure a lot of incel Star Wars people like to draw.
She takes a few out and then just gets gunned down.
No, she's the one that they just keep shooting at while she's down on the floor. She's like, stop! She's already dead. Yoda feels this as it's happening. It's a really
you can see it because Yoda drops his cane thing. But there's that great moment when that trooper comes up behind him and he's down with his hand on his chest, and you see him. He looks out the corner of his eye, and he just does some ricochet 630 reverse jump backflip thing and just cuts his head clean off. So boof, gone. And you're just like, okay, that's the first time you see it, and you're like, wait a minute, this little old man can move like that. And obviously later on you see
he had the fight with Dooku. in episode 2. That was the
Yeah,
first time I saw it.
but it's like,
But yeah,
yeah.
in the
To be
movie,
fair,
in this movie, yeah.
I forget because that film is just it hurts.
I don't
Okay,
blame you.
It hurts.
I don't blame you. So yeah, the also there's the guy that was riding the trooper kind of thing, the glider thing, and then
Does someone get away?
stop me.
Does some of them get away? I feel like one of them makes it out.
There's only Obi-Wan and Yoda, I feel like, that survive.
It
Or
must
the
be, yeah.
66. And yeah, like the the order goes on to like basically just them all taken over, like everything. The Jedi Temple gets ransacked with them killing everyone there, including the new Darth Vader. Well, first we get a really cool scene of Anakin walking with like all the clone troopers. Now he's wearing his cloak kind of thing over half of his face, and he looks badass as hell.
His eyes have started to go. His eyes have started to change. He's got the red marks below his eyes.
And just when you think, oh, he looks really cool, the first thing they make him do is go into a Jedi temple room.
Jedi nursery. The younglings.
Yeah,
and then to make it worse, you get the Master Skywalker. What are we going to do? Then the music just swells, and then all of a sudden it just stands. You just see the back of Anakin, this kid's petrified face, and then you just hear,
yeah,
absolute. That bit there, that shows that he's gone, mate. Bearing in mind, he's doing this to save his own child, his unborn child, and his wife. He's going to murder, 15 kids in there? He murks the younglings without even hesitating. All on just a command. That's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, crazy. And then after he's done that, he's then leaves to go to the planet Mustafar, where like he's going to assassinate all the separatist leaders that were on their side, basically. In the meantime, the Emperor, Chancellor Palpatine now declares himself Emperor. He's turned the Republic into a galactic empire. Padme is like mortified, obviously, so everything that's going on, and he denounces the Jedi as traitors as well. Basically, just saying that he's justifying his actions. To everything that's going on.
This is all the Jedi's fault, not mine, basically.
Yeah. So yeah, Anakin's now left after killing all the kids to go kill their allies. Obi-Wan and Yoda make it back to Coruscant, and that's where they go into the Jedi Council to see what has happened, and that's where you get Obi-Wan saying not even the younglings survived. And at first they think it's like the clone troopers that done it, but Yoda informs Obi-Wan that this was not done this was done by lightsaber. They obtain video footage. I'm pretty sure they see the video footage of Anakin doing it as well.
Yeah, because they said there's that it's Master Skywalker, and then that's when you see it, and that's when they see it.
Yeah, and so that's when they realise that
he's gone.
Anakin's turned to the dark side. So Yoda instructs Obi-Wan to go confront Anakin.
Is that what he said? Doesn't Yoda say turn? Is that when Yoda says turn to the dark side? He has. Yes. I'm pretty sure he does drop that line. I'm sure he does.
Yeah. Yeah. He tells Obi-Wan to go confront Anakin, and he will go confront the Emperor. Before Obi-Wan does go, though, he finds Padme to try and find out where Anakin might be, and reveals to Padme what he's done, saying that he's killed younglings. Padme don't believe it, obviously. Padme, of
course.
Yeah. That Obi-Wan discovers that she's pregnant. Everything. Yeah. So yeah.
She discovers that she's married too. They're married.
Yeah. Yeah. And he goes, I see your. He goes, I'm so sorry, as he leaves. And yeah, Padme then goes to the planet Mustafar to confront to confront Anakin. And yeah, this is where we see Anakin's truly lost. He at first is telling Padme to leave and stuff, and he tries to convince her that it's all for the best. Everything he's doing is great.
It's all Obi-Wan's. It's all Obi-Wan's fault.
Yeah,
he's trying to keep him from you. You're trying to take. He's trying to take you from me. That's what it was. He was trying to take you from me.
Yeah, he's obviously saying that I'm doing it so that you don't die and stuff. I'm doing it so that you stay alive. And yeah, when Obi-Wan turns up, that's when he thinks that
shit hits the fan, mate.
he thinks she has turned against him and he starts to choke her. He lets go just at a point, but obviously she's all pregnant and stuff. And
you can see that point shows how powerful he is because doesn't even break a sweat.
Yeah. So then it proceeds to be like a lightsaber duel between Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker across this volcanic planet.
The lightsaber duel.
This is a long lightsaber duel.
Doesn't this cut back and forth between Palpatine and Yoda?
Yes.
Cuts back and forth. We'll
do this one first and just get to the highlights. Basically,
this is the crux of the film. Though this is it.
They go to a lot of different settings. It's kind of like a feeling of Obi-Wan is trying to run away from Anakin while at the same time trying to fight him. Basically, he recognizes that Anakin is obviously a lot stronger than him. So what he's doing is trying to take him into places that would take him kind of like out of his element. Like they fight around obviously in the clone room and stuff like that. But then at one point, like Obi-Wan goes onto like a pipe where there's obviously like not a lot of movement and stuff. So you've got to work careful your balance at the same time. In a way to kind of like put him on a level playing field so Anakin isn't like, just being able to use all his powers. They obviously, they're fighting all amongst this like volcanic planet. There's like a volcanic river that goes to like a volcanic waterfall. They're fighting on top of this like bit of building on the top and shit like that. It's crazy. It's like, they're going all over and shit. Obi-Wan jumps off at a critical time onto like a kind of floating platform bit. Anakin looks like he's going to go over the waterfall and will die, but he manages to jump off the wreckage at the last time and land on like a small like floating droid. And there's a great moment where he obviously approaches him like arms out kind of thing, or his lightsaber out and stuff.
And he's literally that stone-faced look on him as well.
Yeah. They fight all across the river and shit. And Obi-Wan jumps off onto the riverbank, and we get the classic moment that I've introed to, which I did better, I think.
It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground. And the greatest he done fucked up ever. You don't underestimate my power. That big ass leap, and literally Obi-Wan just cuts his legs out from underneath him.
Yeah. And he kind of
I feel like the monologue from Obi-Wan is better than the whole fight. The monologue is so good. I mean, Ewan McGregor, absolutely fantastic. Even in the second film and in the second film, he kind of looked like Jesus, but that's fine.
They're both fighting blue lightsabers throughout the whole thing as well.
Yeah, it's true. Well, Anakin doesn't get his red one until he goes full throttle robot man.
Indeed.
But I mean, that's the so you are the chosen one, and it's just, and then that the irony that obviously Anakin's on sand and he hates sand.
I didn't think of that. Yeah,
it's the irony. But it's that bit obviously when he's at the bottom of it by the lava, and obviously he's going through his monologue. You are my brother, Anakin. I loved you, and then the fire starts to hit him. And you can just hear his like agonizing screams, and then when he looks up and screams, "I hate you!" at him, his eyes are yellow at that point. He's gone. Like he is full. It's like I think it shows us about hatred is obviously a one-way ticket to the dark side. You're full of hatred. There's nothing that they can do basically, and he is full of hatred. All the hatred, all of it.
And he leaves him to burn alive. Which is a
mistake. Heel move.
Well, it's also a mistake.
They did it with him, didn't they? It's like, just because there's a body, I can't see him, he's dead. Oh yeah, he's got no legs, he's by the water, he's gonna die. Should have just gone over.
If he had exactly, if he'd have done that, then there'd have been no 4, 5, 6.
Or you could have just gone. Well, no. More importantly, there'd have been no 7, 8, 9. Let's be honest.
So Obi-Wan leaves him to burn to death and goes back onto the ship. Meanwhile, while all that was going on, Yoda finds his way into Emperor Palpatine's office. There's a great moment where he takes out the two security guards that are on there, where he literally just moves his fingers and they both hit the wall. And
oh yeah, he just goes like that, doesn't he? He literally just goes.
Yeah, that's brilliant. And yeah, they have a little back and forth, like the smack talking each other. Fantastic Yoda, where he goes, "See about that, we will."
It's just like he's just saying, they're like, "Oh shit, Yoda's about to throw down." Does he? Doesn't Palpatine or Sidious or whatever? Doesn't he do the same thing that Dooku did when he does like the spiral? Doesn't he jump off of the seat and sort of spiral with the sort of like spinning round, and then Yoda sort of like,
oh yeah,
because Yoda's
they have a little bit.
Yoda's fucking all over the place, jumping everywhere.
They fight out of the room, and then they go into like the big, like, well, obviously they go onto like that little thing
And the platforms, laying the platforms and stuff. Yeah.
It brings them out into like the room where I've seen like countless boring conversations between like the people characters, but now we see something fun there. They fight amongst all those things. Palpatine has a great moment where he's like throws one of those like platforms at Yoda. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because then Yoda just catches it. He's like,
Yoda stops it and he spins it and he throws it back at Palpatine, causing Palpatine to have to jump down. They have a lightning like force kind of thing on the same platform, and both explode and go off in different directions. And it basically ends in a stalemate because Yoda gets kind of knocked down back onto the floor, while Palpatine just runs away. And
Palpatine knows if he stands toe to toe with Yoda, Yoda's probably going to win.
Yeah, so he runs away, and
it's like, let's just put it this way: Palpatine, if he hadn't have been, if Anakin hadn't have turned up, Windu would have killed him. So,
and Yoda flees. And Yoda flees with Senator Bail Organa, who we found in later on. He's basically one of the politicians that's with Padme and stuff. He says he helps Yoda to escape, and they regroup with Obi-Wan and Padme. And Padme, they are informed that Padme is giving birth to twins, even though it's too soon or whatever. She names the twins Luke and Leia. But yeah, there's the whole thing about Padme dying at the end is always kind of just like not stuck right with me. I get that she has to die because otherwise the Darth Vader is not Darth Vader. But they could have come up with a way of him killing her inadvertently.
Well, he could have easily been done it when he choked her. She could have died, and they could have basically cut the babies out in a way, like cesarean.
Well, that seems a bit.
It's a bit much, but he can have his legs cut off and turn into.
I feel like they could.
He can turn into like a bacon sandwich that's been left out for fucking 3 hours, crispy as fuck.
I mean, Leia says that she remembers her mother like later on in the movie, but just remembers that she was very beautiful, kind of thing. It's the only thing that. Well,
Leia had the Force, didn't she?
True. So maybe she could have just seen the hindsight, I suppose. But yeah, the nurse spot thing informs Obi-Wan that she basically just has given up. She's
literally lost the will to live.
She has lost the will to live. And she proceeds to die, and leaving Obi-Wan Kenobi with these two babies to take care of. Cheers, love.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Yeah, mind you, intercut with like Padme getting worked on with the pregnancy and stuff like that. We also have Anakin getting worked on in his transformation.
Well, he gets saved, doesn't he? He gets saved from Palpatine. Palpatine gets him to drag him up, and literally side by side as Padme. There's also a theory. There's a theory that Palpatine had the ability to siphon life force with the Force. There's a theory that the reason Padme died and the reason Anakin didn't is because he took her life force and gave it to him. The pun is kind of intended. It's palpable. It's Palpatine. But that would kind of make sense. If he did siphon her life force, to give it to Anakin to make him live, because I'm pretty sure he then, because obviously when you get the full foot, the helmet's on, the top bit clicks in, and he slowly rises up. I'm pretty sure the first thing he asks is, "Where's Padme?"
Yes, it is. He says, "Where's Padme?" And Palpatine says to him that it seems that your rage has killed her. Which
That's when you
obviously
get no.
we get pissy whiny James Earl Jones voice. It's just like,
Yeah.
what? No, I would never do something like that. No.
It reminds me of James Earl Jones when he's on he's on Big Bang Theory. That's the voice it reminds me of. Have you seen that episode when Sheldon meets him in the restaurant? He's like, "Do you like Star Wars?" He's like, "Yes." He's like, "Me too."
But yeah,
and obviously
Palpatine's delighted. Palpatine's delighted, obviously, with Vader being like this. So and that's the hill turn complete. They then go on to rule in the galaxy for many years to come. Watch Kenobi, the TV series.
I was going to say because the contrast between Anakin Skywalker, Lord Vader, Darth Vader, because by the time we see him, he's kind of Lord Vader at that point later on. But as Darth Vader, when he first sort of becomes him, he's not, apart from murdering children on a demand, he's not necessarily vindictively evil. He's kind of following orders in a way. In Kenobi, he's out for fucking blood. Like, he's to the point where he is hunting. He's hunting Obi-Wan. And if you haven't seen it, tough, because it's been out for ages. In one of the episodes, there's a scene where they have a fight, Obi-Wan and Vader, and Vader drags him across fire. The pure vindictive evil that is in him, and it's just like this. And I'm pretty sure he snapped someone's neck because they answered the question wrong. Like I think he asked.
He turns up at like a town thing and just starts killing people randomly, and easily as well.
Yeah,
just literally just like flicking his hand and then people are dying.
Literally, someone came. I think he asked someone where was he, and then they said something, and literally just goes like that. He just moves his hand, dead, broken neck, finished, kaput.
Yeah,
and then when it's just watch that, because the contrast that shows a side of Vader which is just I want more. I want more of that story.
Yeah, hopefully we're going to get more, because obviously the good thing about Ewan McGregor has jumped into like the role of a lifetime from like he didn't expect this in episode 1, because now like the older he gets, like the more it works into like the story they're telling with the Kenobi TV series.
You're gonna look like Ben Kenobi. You're gonna get to the point where you're gonna be that way.
Yeah, exactly. He's gonna eventually turn into Alec Guinness.
And Ewan McGregor has aged gracefully too. For him, he has aged quite gracefully. He kind of looks very Jesus-y in Kenobi. Very episode 2, very Jesus-like.
Yeah. And obviously, in episode 4, Luke knows Obi-Wan or Ben Kenobi.
He knows him as Ben, doesn't he? It's crazy. Then they call him like crazy old Ben.
Something like that.
Crazy old Ben.
Yeah. So, like you could show that him interacting with the growing. He already interacted with Leia in the Kenobi TV series. Spoilers again, but he has been out for a while.
He doesn't. He also delivers. He delivers Luke to Owen, doesn't he? He delivers him to Owen.
Yeah. So back to episode 3. Obi-Wan and Yoda decide to, obviously, hide the birth from Vader and the Emperor and everything like that, and decide to flee and retreat into exile. And unfortunately, they seems to never see each other again. They agree to. They decide what to do with the daughter, and that's where the Senator Bell basically says that him and his wife have always wanted the daughter, so they'll raise the child on the Boo,
as her own.
As their own, on the Boo, which is like obviously her mother's planet. And so when Obi-Wan asks what about the boy, that's when Yoda basically just makes the executive decision: put him on Tatooine, where he's from. Put
him on a goddamn sand planet. Get him,
exactly.
Send him back where he came from.
Obviously,
Space Brexit means space Brexit. Get out.
They couldn't raise them together. I don't understand why that would have been a problem. Obviously, the guy was just like, "No, I don't want a boy. I'll just take the girl."
I think it was because it's a bit weird, but it's because I think it's because obviously Anakin can sense them. If you take them as far away from each other as possible, he can't find them. I think that's what it is because later in like 5 and 6 he can sense Luke's presence, can't he? He knows.
Yeah, when they're together, when they're together, he can sense them. Yeah,
he can sense their presence. That's probably what it is.
So yeah, they obviously like the reason why Yoda actually says the same Tatooine is because like Anakin's family is there, his aunt and his uncle, or step aunt and step uncle, because
at least he's raised by his family.
Because the mum was married to a guy on Tatooine that then became Anakin's family that he never met. So yeah.
Sure.
And basically they're just like, give him to this, give him to these couple, without referring to them first. So Obi-Wan turns up with this baby to this couple. It's just like, here, take this. By the way, I'm going to be keeping an eye on that. So I'm going to go to that cave over there.
I'm going to be back for this. I'll be back for this.
Exactly. It's a bit, again,
do you know what? That's probably why in episode 4, they're probably like, that's a creepy old guy. That guy's weird. Creepy old geezer. Well, no, stay away from Ben.
In Kenobi, obviously, Uncle Ben is just like, no, like you stay away. Like,
Owen's like, you stay the fuck away from him. Don't come near.
Well, mainly because
I'm pretty sure Owen swings for him too. Well, don't forget the Inquisitors are hunting Kenobi at that point. So obviously they're hunting him, and he's pretty much on Tatooine. It is Tatooine. He's on Tatooine. Yeah. Obviously watching him, and then they turn up and they're like, we'll fuck you all up if you don't tell us where Kenobi is, basically.
Yeah. Well, obviously the whole implication is that, let the kid be a kid. Don't be trying to make him a Jedi now.
Well, the Jedi don't exist at that point, do they? That means the Jedi's they're gone, they're dead.
Yeah.
They're finished.
Yoda tells Obi-Wan before they go that, he'll teach him how to be able to communicate with people that have died, basically. So they can communicate with his master Qui-Gon Jinn, and that's how then when it happens on later when Obi-Wan dies, he's able to use that same power to communicate with Luke. And that's the end of Star Wars. That then leads on to 4. So you go from 2007 when this movie came out, all the way to 1978 or whenever it was when Star Wars came out first.
And arguably the effects are somewhat better. It's crazy. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
I would say you want to do it, you must watch it. I haven't seen Solo. I have not. That is a standalone. I've seen
Solo.
I haven't seen Solo. I know it's standalone. Rogue One apparently is the story of how they got the plans for the Death Star. Not personally, not interested. There's no lightsabers. I'm not interested.
Well, there's one great moment in Rogue One, and that's the end when Vader turns up and kills all of them.
See, that's great. But I might just watch that bit. I'll just watch that on YouTube.
Basically, the Boffins have managed to get the plans to them, kind of to the rebels, and then they turn around and Vader is there, and Vader proceeds to kill them, and that's when they said had the line, many Boffins died to give us this information. We see how, and it is good.
I'll watch that bit. But
if you love Vader takedowns, it's got some good ones in that one.
I would say you must watch it. Do it, but do it. Don't do it the traditional way. Fuck that noise. Do it chronologically. Do 1, 2, 3, then watch Kenobi, then watch 4, 5, 6, then stop. Just stop.
Well,
no, stop. Okay, watch 7. 7's okay. 7's okay.
7 is 4 again.
7 is 4 again, but 7 is great because of John Boyega. It's fantastic. Yeah, he's great.
And Hannah Wadding, I think it's her, the tall lady. That's in 7.
The silver.
Yes.
Oh, from Game of Thrones. Also,
I don't think it's Hannah Wadding. I don't know.
No, it is. I don't know. No, that's the woman from.
But I don't know.
Hannah
I said the big woman, but
yeah.
it's Game of Thrones.
She's the one from. She's in Game of Thrones as well, I think, but she plays someone else.
Yeah, she is. But she's the Nella.
Yeah, shame. Yeah. Just watch 7, but 7's okay. I mean, who plays Poe Dameron again?
Jake. Oh, fucking no, Jacobs. No, fucking Isaacs.
Oscar Isaac.
There we go.
Yeah, because he's great in Moon Knight. He's fantastic in that. But yeah, no, he's is that him? Yes, yeah, it's Poe Dameron. Yeah, Poe Dameron's great, but there's a few good characters. But for me, if I was to put them in my favorite order, I would say episode 5 is the best episode.
Yes.
Easily. Then episode 3. Then episode 4. Then
I put 4, but actually I put 4 before 3.
You put 4 before. No, see, for me it goes 5, 3, 4, 1. I like 1. 6. What's left?
Then 2.
2. Well, 2. No. Then 7.
Yeah.
Then 8. Then 9. Then 2.
Actually, we should watch 7, 8, 9. Maybe that could be the thing we do from now on.
7, 8, 9. I got to watch them again. Do you know how many times I've tried to watch The Last Skywalker? Do you know how many times I've tried to watch it? 5 times.
I haven't watched it at all.
Do you know I've tried to watch it 5 times? Do you know how many times I've finished it? 0.
None.
I've never finished it. And same as the second. There's 8. I've started watching the 8 like 3 times. I've never finished it.
I've watched 8. I've watched 8. That's the one with Mark Hamill. I might have watched 9 as well now, kind of think about it. I just forgot
Adam Driver is great as Kylo Ren.
Of course he is.
After the 7, he just becomes a whiny little bitch. And I just can't be dealing with it. It's like
I didn't like deal
with this in episode 2. I had to deal with this in episode 2. I ain't watching it again.
The turn came too quickly for me in 7.
It should have waited until like the end of 8 or the beginning of 9. It was
exactly. Yeah.
It was like, I'm good now.
Well, it wasn't that he was good. It wasn't that he was good. It was that he took out his emperor kind of thing, his leader guy, and he should have done that later.
Yeah.
I felt like he'd done that too early.
I also felt like they tried too hard to make him like Vader.
The thing is, we like Adam Driver. Daisy Ridley's good in it as well as Rey, and
Adam Driver's great. Adam Driver's
John Boyega. John Boyega's great, and Oscar Isaac is great. Mark Hamill comes back and does a good job. Harrison Ford comes back in 7. He does a great job.
Also,
Carrie Fisher is.
Add in there as well. If you haven't ever saying about Kenobi, watch Mandalorian too, because that's fucking sick as well.
Carrie Fisher comes back and flies at one point. Remember?
Why is she flying, man? Like, why?
She's got the Force. You just said earlier.
Why? Stupid. It's so stupid.
I know. But that's why it would be good to review it. But yeah, I mean, look. Star Wars is great. I have my order as 5 is the greatest because the heels win. Then 4, obviously, because it's the classic one, the one that you always think of.
Of course.
Then 3, then 6. I put 6 before 1 because I know 6 has got its issues with Ewoks and what have you.
I forgot about the Ewoks.
But with 6 you get that. I swear that's where you got the Emperor going, the deflector shields will be quite operational when your friends arrive.
It is, and I just want to clarify. When he says that, he's not camp at all. But I don't know why. Whenever we have to quote it, I can't help but make it so camp. And I don't know why. It's like, I'm pretty sure he goes, I think you'll find the deflector shields will be quite operational when your friends arrive. And that sounds about right.
He does go, before it. He goes,
But we make it like,
operational.
The deflector shields will be quite operational when your friends arrive. It sounds like at the end, it should be like,
Yeah, and like 6, obviously you got the classic face turn as well at the end with Vader taking out the Emperor. So 6 is great. I like 6.
6 is good. I just prefer 1 because 1's got a dual lightsaber. Sick.
Well, yeah, and one's the first one that I would have watched.
It's the first one I would have watched too. So that Anakin turning is my Vader. So it's sick.
Well, I might have seen 4. I can't.
I probably saw 4, but I didn't pay much attention. I think I went to the cinema to see 1.
I was aware of what lightsabers were and stuff like that, but I didn't know the story properly until I watched.
My
1.
mind was blown when I saw a double-ended lightsaber. Lost my shit. Lost my shit.
I have seen Solo. It's not great.
It's a standalone film, though. It's about Han Solo, so it's
exactly.
It's
Darth Maul's in it though. It always pissed me off. And Donald Glover's in it though. That's great. He plays Lando.
He's great. Good Lando, to be fair. I've seen
and
good Lando.
Phoebe Waller-Bridge is in it as well. She's great as well. It's like a droid. What else? What other Star Wars related things? Again, Rogue One is give and take. It's a side mission. If you're interested in watching side missions. Yeah. Oh, what about Clone Wars, the animated thing?
Never seen it. Want to watch it. A lot to get through. It's a lot to get through. Like there's hundreds of episodes. But from what I've heard and what I've read about it, they rave about it because obviously it's the entire story.
Yeah, so it's everything between 2 and 3.
Yeah. The 3 years between 2 and 3, that's the Clone Wars. Yeah. And people say if you like Star Wars, you should watch it. 20-minute episodes, easy to smash through, but it's a lot. All of this shit's on Disney anyway. Like you can find if you've got Disney Plus, you've got you every. That's how. Is it a Shaka or a Shaka? There's another series that's come out. The orange bird with the blue hair things that looks after Grogu.
Shikaka.
Shikaka. She has like 2.
Chicago.
You're out. Yeah, there's loads on there, but I mean, don't. That's
how I watched episode 3.
Yeah, same. Just don't watch the Star Wars Christmas special. Don't watch that.
Oh no! Watch the Nostalgia Critics review of the Star Wars Christmas special. That is fantastic.
That's worse than episode 2.
Whip stir.
So bad. So bad.
Whip stir. Wow!
It's so bad. So bad. If you have no idea what we're talking about, please just go and watch it. It's so bad. So bad.
Well, don't watch the Star Wars Christmas special. Watch people reviewing the Star Wars Christmas special.
Because their reactions are just as good as how awful it is.
And you'll be able to see it, the batshit craziness that happens throughout it.
Mental. It's absolutely mental.
Yeah. Life Day. Happy Life Day, everyone. Happy International Star Wars Day. Well, I think we've gone through everything now that Star Wars has ever done. Play the video games as well. Episode 1 on PlayStation was fantastic.
Mate, on the original Xbox, I played Revenge of the Sith. It was a great game. Also, Force Unleashed as well. Yeah, Battlefront, obviously,
of course.
Battlefront. Also, the new ones, Jedi Survivor and stuff like that. So good. Cal Kestis, which apparently they're supposed to be a new set of series or films coming out with the guy you've seen American Skins. You know the one that plays Lip's gay brother.
Oh, you mean American Shameless?
That's the one. Sorry, not Skins. Shameless. The American Shameless. You know him. He does the voice. He does the voice in the face for Cal Kestis, and the rumor is he's going to play him in either a film or a series because obviously it's set after or set during like 7, 8, and 9.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, it'd be good because obviously it's a new story, so they're writing it where they're including everything else and stuff like that. Because Vader's in it as well still, so it will be before. Well, actually, no, it'd be before then because it'd be like Vader's still alive, so it'd be like between
5 and 6.
I think it'd be between 3. No, it's between 3 and 6 because somewhere there because Jedi's are hunted and killed, so. It's round about there.
Order 66.
Order 66.
Indeed. Well, yeah. That is everything to do with Star Wars. Yeah.
Mitch just didn't turn up because he didn't watch it. He's a fucking liar. I bet he just turned up because he didn't watch it.
Well, you should. It's a good movie.
It's a great film. Out of the new trilogy, it's the best one.
I can't believe that. I can't believe that he turned up for 2, but not turn up for 3. Why would you watch 2?
Clearly, he hates himself. Clearly, he hates himself.
Well, there it is.
Yes. Well, we've done what? 1, 2, and 3 now.
Yeah.
Should we really do it in order? Does that mean we're going to have to do 4, 5, and 6?
I feel like you could just do 4, 5, and 6 one after another in a way.
I mean,
Like,
we could
just
do 4,
as a
5.
block.
We've kind of summed up 4, 5, and 6 already.
What are you going to say about 4? 4 is the movie that everyone has seen, like a
Yeah.
multitude of times. So, what are you going to say about 4?
Luke runs away, finds creepy old man. Creepy old man shows him his weapon. Bit weird.
Family die.
Family die. Become Jedi. Does he lose hand in first or second? Or fourth or fifth?
5.
5. Find evil. Lose hand. I'm your father. No,
Don't forget.
it's not possible. No.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford. Oh yeah. Luke kissed sister. Bam, 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 bam. 6. Good guy maybe turn evil. No. Evil guy maybe turn good. Possibly. Bye bye Palpatine. Bad guy. Good now.
Bad guy. Everyone loved. Full win Sarlacc pit. Everyone pissed.
Oh yeah. Everyone pissed. Oh yeah, and for the incels and the weebs out there, Princess Leia and Jabba the Hutt. Incels.
Chained. Oh,
yes.
Yeah, chained up.
Chained up. And that weird little rat thing that was on Jabba the Hutt's shoulder, just laughing and cackling at everything. I always wanted to punch that thing. I don't know what it is. Every time anything, you just sit there cackling. Just give it one of the old fucking 1, 2. Yeah, there you go. There's 4, 5, 6. There you go. That's 4, 5, 6.
Cool.
Done. Finished.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right,
so you've had a review of 1, 2. You've had a review of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we do decide to do another episode, it might do it again next year on May the 4th when we do episode 6. No, 7. We don't know. But if you want to torment yourself and listen to the episode 2 review, it is there. Along with the episode 1 and all previous episodes, all podcasting platforms. Use the government name to find us. It is Wait What, a trio of nonsense, even though there's only 2 of us here. For shame. If you are watching, you can see all of the things below us where to find us. For the audio listeners, it is at WaitWhatPodTrio on X and on Instagram, at the Wait What Podcast on TikTok, and is on YouTube is Wait What Podcast.
Thanks a lot, guys. May the force be with you.
Yes. Power.
Unlimited.
Unlimited.
Hello there.
So uncivilized.